Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is Tuesday, February 22nd. Yes, I'm doing 2 videos today at least. So if you see the same hair, same makeup, same clothing, that is why. I've been trying to catch up lately. I have a lot of videos that are in the editing process that I need to upload. And then I'm having some problems with YouTube uploading because the last 2 videos that I just put up have been trying to upload for 3 or 4 days. And I don't know what's taking so long. It keeps saying we're processing this video, check back later. That's been 3 or 4 days. And I tried to delete them and upload them. They're still taking long. They're simple videos. They're not complicated at all. So I don't understand if it's something with my editing or something with me uploading on my end, or if it's YouTube, really checking into it for something that doesn't need to be. So I don't know. I got to figure it out tonight because I got so many videos that I need to finish editing and upload, and I can't into those 2. I try to do 2 and then get the other ones going. So there's so many that could have been up that can't be up, but I'm going to get them up as soon as possible, and I'm trying to do like 2 or 3 in a day to kind of catch up. So we'll see how it goes. I just did a lighter test on face mask in the previous video. I did some updating in the beginning of what's going on with us, what's happening with our family and my daughter's wedding and all that good stuff. And then I went into the lighter test where I took my entire cloth face mask collection that's in my room. Like I said, we have disposable masks in the living room, in our cars, in our purses, in our backpacks, wherever. We have sanitizer bottles as well in all of those places. But we each have a special cloth face mask collection in our room. And so I was doing a test on seeing which ones were 100% protective, which ones you have to double up or put a filter in, or which ones you can just sew a layer to it if you know how to sew, or nobody who knows how to sew. So I was trying to relate to people. Don't throw your mask away. Any mask is better than no mask. That's what the doctors and scientists are saying. There's a lot of choices and ways that if they're not 100% protective, that you can do something about it to make it that way. So once I'm able to finish editing that video and put it up, check that out. But this video is about things that we have to keep us safe and protected. Number one thing, we are all vaccinated and boosted up. That is number one, first one. I know when the pandemic first came out, they were saying, well, we might not have to wear masks. And when we started wearing masks, they said, but make sure you keep the N95s for the doctors and the nurses, because the hospitals were overloaded, over capacity. They were in an emergency dire situation. So we were trying to save those for the doctors and nurses. And they said, if you want to wear Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is Tuesday, February 22nd. And yes, I am doing at least 2 videos today. So if you see the same hair and makeup and clothing, that is why. I have a lot of videos that are done, that are either almost done editing or need to be uploaded. I'm having some problems with YouTube. I don't know if it's on my end from my editing program or my phone or something that I'm doing, or it's just YouTube because it's been doing that lately, where it'll be uploading and it'll say, we're processing this video, check back later. So that made me think it was YouTube. But it's been 3 or 4 days for each video. And the last 2 that I did, they're still trying to upload. And so I can't get the other ones that I have ready to go or almost ready to go to be uploaded, because those 2 are not having a way to upload. There's something that's going on. So I have to figure it out. But in the meantime, I'm still trying to do videos, even if I have to preserve them until they're able to be uploaded. But there's a lot that I'm sharing with you guys that I want you guys to see. One is my entire daughter's wedding journey. Oh my God, I've got so much on my mind. The whole process leading up to her wedding. I did 2 hauls that are ready to go up and can't because of what's happening. All the decorations, the centerpieces that she did by herself. As you know, my daughter is terrifically and totally talented. She's an artist. She's a freelance artist. She's a makeup artist. She graduated and has a degree in dancing and choreography. She knows how to sew clothes on the machine. She knows how to make dresses and outfits and costumes and anything you want. She knows how to sing. She can play a couple of instruments without having ever been to a class. So she's extremely creative and talented. So part of what I want to show you on her wedding journey is all the centerpieces that she made, all the bouquets that she made, and everything that's going up to that. We just had her bridal shower on Sunday. It went great. We had a lot of fun. But because of the pandemic, it's been extremely, extremely difficult to plan this entire wedding. That certain things are falling last minute or as we speak. 2 days is her bachelorette party. And 3 days is her rehearsal dinner where we have to go decorate and rehearse and then go to the rehearsal dinner. And then, of course, Saturday's her wedding. So it's very overwhelming, very stressful. So we're just trying to keep it together and push it through. So I'm trying to just do several videos in one day to kind of catch up and have them preserved. So when they're ready to go, I can upload them and hopefully I will get this situation fixed. But this video, as you can see from the title, is what we do to keep safe and protected during the pandemic. First and foremost, we are all vaccinated and boosted up. That was the main thing that we wanted to do. So as soon as it was available to us, last year in the beginning, me and my daughter qualified first because we're healthcare workers. And so that was January of last year. And then 2 months later, my husband and my daughter qualified because they were in agriculture. And then a month after them, my son, who's disabled, qualified. We all had high risk conditions, but we didn't quite go into that category. It was what we were, like healthcare workers. But we all trickled in a matter of 3 months, from January to March. We all got our first vaccination. Then a month later, we got our second one. And a few months later, when the booster came about, which I was the last one, everybody else got theirs in October. And then I was the last one because I got Moderna, and so did my daughter. So that one came later after Pfizer. So by November 3rd, we were all vaccinated and boosted up. So that's the number one, the first and foremost protection. As we know, when the pandemic started, they said, well, maybe we don't have to wear masks, but the doctors and nurses do. And so, and to not buy or take up the N95 masks because they're like the number one ultimate best protection mask, to leave it to the doctors and nurses. But if we wanted to wear masks, and then when they eventually said, yeah, you guys do have to wear masks, they were requesting that people either buy the disposable ones, but of course they were all sold out in all the stores because people were grabbing loads of them and trying to get as many as they can. So a lot of times the stores were out of it. So they were saying, if you can't get a hold of a mask, Amazon was out of it. Just everywhere you turned around, I mean, they were just being taken because people were scared and wanted to, hopefully not only because they were scared, but to do the right thing. And so then they were saying, okay, if you know how to sew, or you know someone that knows how to sew, make your own mask. Make sure it's 3+ layer protection, that, you know, it's really going to cover you. It's not see-through, doesn't have holes, all this other stuff. So my daughter, she knows how to sew. She started us with making our mask. And then when we were able to get disposable masks, we started ordering from Amazon or getting whatever cloth masks that we could get that they were starting to come out with in the stores. And then, what else? And then now we could get N95s. So as time went by, things were easier to get. So, but when you do get them, you still have to hold on to them for dear life because you just never know if the situation changes. We are still navigating this pandemic. We don't know when we will ever go back to normal. I feel, and I've said this many times, I'm going to be wearing masks for a very long time because I need the science and the data, which I so believe in, and know it's the ultimate proven fact that I want them to tell me that this is utterly and completely and certifiably over. And I still might say, okay, just to be on the safe side, just like when we got vaccinated and we were all boosted up, and even the first dose of vaccination, I said, okay, I'm still going to be vigilant. We are still going to go above and beyond to wear a mask, social distancing, wear a mask from the time we leave the house to the time we get back. We were not going to take anything for granted, and we were going to do all of the above. We were going to go above and beyond to stay safe and protected, and we've done so from the beginning to this day and probably for a long time to come. So I wanted to show you a part of the things that we do. Like I said, first and foremost, we are completely vaccinated and boosted, so that's your top protection ever. So I hope that everybody wants to do that or has done that. The next thing to me is masking. wear your mask. I know that some people say it's just too much. They're tired of it. We're all tired of this situation, but until we all get on the same page and do the right thing and are compassionate and respectful and do the right thing, this is going to be our new normal for a very long time. So all I can do is I can't force people. I've been exhausted trying to convince people, trying to protect people, trying to, convince people's mind. Look at the data, look at the science, just trying to, explain to them and prove to them everything I can that it's so worth protecting you and your family and others. And so it's been hard because some people have their own mindset, and no matter what you say or do, it doesn't change them. So all I can do is do my part and go above and beyond to save me and my family and keep us safe and protected, and just do the best we can when we do have to be out there in that world. So I wanted to show you some of the things that we have. In masking, like I say, we each in our rooms have our own personal collection. They're cloth masks. My son has Titanic, New York, dinosaurs, all the TV characters that he loves. He has flags. He has holiday ones that I've ordered for him. So he has his personal collection. My husband has his in his desk and in his backpack at work. My daughter has hers. So, and I just did a video. I've done 2 videos. Months ago, I did a video showing you my collection. Of course, I've added on since then. And the video that I just did today shows you my collection again, and then does that lighter test. In the living room and the kitchen and in our cars and backpacks and purse and stuff, we have disposable masks ready to go. We have a bunch of them inside the glove compartments, our backpacks, our purses. We also have sanitizer bottles in our backpacks and purses and every car. And in the living room, right here by the door, we have a sign that says home is where we hang our mask. So we have disposable mask and sanitation bottles there along with our keys. So if somebody comes to the door, suddenly, like FedEx, UPS, the Postal Service, or just anybody that comes to your door, and sometimes you may have put your mask on your dresser, you're like, where's my mask? Or having to run to get it, you just pop one of those disposable ones right by the door before you open it, put it on, stay safe. We do it to go get our mail, we do it to go to the garbage can, that's just how we are. So you can never do enough, and so I want to go above and beyond for me and my family, so that's where I'm at. So anyway, I wanted to show you some of those things. So I'll show you up here in one of the corners what my collection looks like, and I think I have a picture of my son's, and I'll have a picture of what our sanitation station looks like over there with the sign and the disposable mask, how that looks in either one of these corners, and there might be in all corners, you might see all photos. So that'll show you that. And so I'm going to physically show you now what are the things we got. So what I order for disposable mask, I usually order from Amazon. In fact, all my cloth masks are pretty much from Amazon. Every blue moon, I might get one or here, there in the store. But most of them are ordered from Amazon. And they're, like I said, I have celebrity ones. I have different flag ones, the Puerto Rican flag one, Mexican flag, American flag. I have Bible scripture quote ones. I have causes like autism awareness, breast cancer awareness, different patterns. I have shimmery, glimmery, blingy, you name it, I have all kinds. But for disposable masks, I usually ordered a 100-piece box. And so I usually order black because black goes with everything. And no matter if you're a guy or a girl, you can wear black. I like different colors. In fact, I got one that I'm ordering that are like Easter colors, pastel, springy colors. I want to get those, and I want to get some other colors, but maybe more like fall colors type of thing, just to have variations if we want to match an outfit or something, but we want a disposable mask. I know like my therapy place, they don't accept the cloth mask. They wait for a while, but now they're going back to, they need you to have a disposable mask like this. So I always carry one of these or so in my purse, and of course I have them in my car. So I have them on hand, like I said, to put in front of the door. And so I usually like to order anywhere from 50-piece box to 100-piece box. This came in 100. I liked them a lot. This is the second time I ordered them. So I gave each person a big bunch to put in their glove compartment or their purses or what have you. And I put a bunch up there hanging. And then in this drawer by our altar, we have all our supplies right there, whether it's gloves, mask, sanitizing bottles, you name it, it's there. So these are the disposable masks that I ordered from Amazon. This was a 100-piece box. I want to say it was $10.99. Don't quote me on that. I'll put a photo of the order so you can see exactly the name and the price and stuff. So it looks like that. So we have plenty of those. Sometimes there's an agency that has been with my son since he was diagnosed with autism. They supply him with anything he needs. They're there for us to support us in whether it's doctor's appointments, education, everything. So when the pandemic hit, they offered us some supplies. They gave us two boxes of masks, which had 100 in them each, 2 boxes of latex gloves, 2 big bottles of sanitizing cream for your hands. So they gave us all that, and they did it twice. So I need to ask them for more. It's free for us. You know, anything he needs, they give it to him. And so I need to get some of those because this costs money, and I felt like I've spent so much money, but it's worth it to save our life. But if we can get those free ones from them, we're grateful for that. So these we have, they're N95s. I know a lot of people like, those are N95s. Yes, they are. They were given to us by the ambulance company here in our town. In fact, at that time, they were given to us because of the fires. We live in Northern California, so we've been in a lot of fires year back to back to back. And so my kids have asthma, and now my husband also has asthma. So my daughter, she gets really, really bad, where she's been admitted into the hospital several times, where her lungs have struggled. So when fires hit, she definitely has to wear masks. And even I have an autoimmune disease, but even normal people have to wear masks because the fire leaves the dust in the air and on your cars and stuff so bad that is not good for anybody's lungs. Imagine somebody who is at high risk. So they came around, and a wonderful gentleman there, he gave us like 4 boxes at that time. It covered us pretty much for 2 years because he gave us several boxes. And so this is what I have left now. They were N95s, and who was going to figure that we were going to go through a pandemic and need these for that situation? It was like God was preparing us. So it says N95. I'll show you somewhere here. I saw it earlier. Oh, right here. So right here you can see, let me get the point right there. Right there it says is that the place? Okay. Right there it says N95. It's maybe backwards to you. But yeah, so I did a video earlier on how to put it on, and I did the lighter test with them. You know, they have the 2 strings right here. So you put one above your head and one around your neck, and you put this on your face with the pincher here. So these are what we have left. I hope I can get in touch with the guy to see if they can spare more. That would really, really be great. He is so sweet. I appreciate it when he did that for us for the fires, and now it ended up being a life-saving thing for the pandemic. So this is the stack that we have left. So anybody in the family wants to be 100% super certifiably protected, here's your N95s. We got these from Walmart. The government gave to all the pharmacies, or most of the pharmacies, like Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, these N95 masks as well. So every time we go to Walmart, they give you like 1 per each person. They said they were going to do anywhere from 3 to 6 per family, but you know, they can't keep track of that. As we're constantly going in shopping. That's where our pharmacy is. We're constantly going shopping. So they have it right at the door where they have their sanitizing stuff, and they check to see if you have a mask on. So they have these, and if it's 2 or 3, you each get 1. So we try to pick up 1 every time we can to keep these on hand if we need to go to this. So this is a certifiably N95 mask. It says right here, right there. And like I said, it was given by the government to all the pharmacies, and that included Walgreens, CVS, and Walmart. I don't know if any other pharmacies have it, but they definitely have it. And I guess each pharmacy, I haven't been in any other pharmacy because Walmart is my pharmacy, to see what the protocol is for those pharmacies, to see if they give you 3 per family, 6 per family, 1 per individual. I don't know how it goes, but this is Walmart. They just have it right there when you walk in, and it has the metal hole puncher. And it's kind of like, the fabric is good, but it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it because it's different from another N95 mask I have. So far we've gotten these, 1 for each of us. My husband has his in his backpack in case we're in high risk situations where we know certain people are not vaccinated, or they're not willing to wear the mask, or they've gotten COVID recently and we're in any type of high risk situation, or we're going to be conversating close to anybody, this is a mask that you would want to wear. Our face cloth masks are good too. And you will see in that lighter test that most of them didn't pass the test, but the ones that didn't have either a pocket where I could put a filter in, or I can double it. So any mask is better than no mask. Listen to what I'm saying. The doctors and the scientists have said this. Any mask is better than no mask. So wear what you got and what you can. But if you do have that pocket in that specific mask and you can put a filter in it, that's great. And usually those masks, they will provide you with filters. I know all the ones that I've gotten from Amazon provide me with that filter if they have that pocket. Or you could double it. I know it's bad with one enough. People feel like they can't breathe. It's just so uncomfortable. Then wear a light disposable mask on top. I've tested that in the previous video and it works. So these are the government N95 masks that were given from the government. These were the one given these are the N95s from our ambulance company. So that is great. The third, mask that we got, and we got, I'm going underneath the camera, is these right here. Now, I don't remember if these were given to me by my insurance, my medical insurance that I have, or a specific company that was offering them. I don't remember offhand, but we got several of them that we ended up receiving, and so we appreciate that. These are N95s as well. They should say on there, it says right there, N95. So I can't remember. I know my insurance company sent me another kind as well, where it had their logo on it, and it was a cloth mask, which we loved. But I think they're the ones that also sent these, and they sent several in several to us. You know, they didn't know how many was on our family. I know 3 of us. My God, I can't talk. Are registered in the insurance, but you know, they sent several of them just in case. So I appreciate that. So we've worn some of these, and they are disposable, I believe. You can't wash them, but yeah, so because our cloth mask, we wash every night. So at the end of the night, everybody gives me their cloth face mask. I wash them, hang them up to dry in the bathroom. If it's disposable, we throw them away and then get a new one the next day. So yeah, so we have, like I said, sorry to go underneath the camera, several of these N95. So yeah, so those are the 3 type of N95s that we have. And then, of course, we have our cloth face mask in our collection, which I've just added a picture of that to show you what that looks like. Another thing that we have are sanitizing bottles. Now, I make mine. The agency that takes care of my son, well, they don't take care of him, but it's a support agency that they've been with him since the beginning of his diagnosis when he was 4 years old. They've given us 2 big bottles of sanitizing bottle, and I'll show you what that is. So the bottles that they provide us is this one right here. It's called 75% alcohol hand sanitizer. So this is the bottle. It's a really fat, big bottle. It lasts for a good while. There's still half. They give us 2 of these, and so we really appreciate them. It's not the best smelling sanitizer, I must say, but heck, it protects and it's free, and we appreciate it. So this is what we get. And then, and we could also, if you don't want to carry, this is the ones we use at home, so we could have them when we first open the door, or we pick up a package, we'll put them on our hands. So these we like to keep for the house. But if someone needs the sanitizing, and we buy several bottles of this, which I'll show you, we'll fill one of those up and let them take it in the car or in the backpack or purse or whatever. But mostly these bottles we try to keep at home. So let me show you the other. So like I said, these are the ones, because they're big, we try to keep them at home so we can use them, you know, after anything, especially like we get a lot of Amazon packages. We'll do it after we bring the package in. We'll bring these in, or we'll use this one that's at home, so we don't use the ones that we have in our purse or backpacks or our car. So I also got this one from Walmart. It's in the travel section, so you could get these kind too. This is really, really good because this is a Vaseline Clinical Care Hand Sanitizer Lotion. So you know how the sanitizers really dry your hand out. Alcohol dries your hand out. The sanitizers do, your hands start to get really dry and cut up. So this is, if you're really sensitive like this, you could use this one. It's moisturizing hand lotion. that eliminates bacteria. It's a 2-in-1 moisturizer, eliminates bacteria. So it tells you all of that right there. It says moisturizing glycerin, sanitizer, and vitamin E all in it. So I got these. I think they're $1 something. So I picked up 2 of these. One is in my purse, and one is here at home. I'm thinking of putting it in the car that I drive mainly, and I'm gonna go back and get some more for the family. I try to get small as possible for like purses and backpacks, but for these are good for home and for the car. And depending on the purse that I'm carrying, it fits. If not, I have a little small one, a little mini one as well. So that's one to get. It's in the travel section at Walmart. So check this out. And then I get these bottles also in the travel section at Walmart. I'm sure any pharmacy has them, but I get them at Walmart. They come with labels. So a lot of people, I've used these bottles for shampoo, conditioner, body wash, sunscreen, water, lotion, you name it, hair cream. And I use it for when I go to therapy. Part of my therapy is at the health club, which I have a membership at with my daughters. So, yeah, so I put these in my bag that I take to the gym. And so I have, instead of taking big bottles of shampoo and lotion, and their shampoo and conditioner does not help me over there. So I also use it for that. So for like your hygiene stuff, or if you're traveling for the weekend or on vacation, and you know how they don't allow you to take a certain amount of lotions and stuff, you could do these. You keep them in clear plastic because when you travel, they want them in a clear plastic. They want to be able to see what they are. And so they're good for traveling, whether it's overnight, weekend trip, total vacation trip. So you can have all of your hygienic stuff here, but I've also used those for the sanitizers. So if I want to take this and fill a bottle up that I need in emergency, because like I said, I prefer to keep these at home, but if someone needs a sanitizer right away, I will take that one and fill these up and give it to them so they could take it in the car, the backpack. But I also make sanitizers. So I buy several of these packets so I can have many on hand. You could use the label if you want, or I also have a labeler that prints out whatever I want, whatever I type in, it prints it out. I use those for the bottle, or you could use the labels that come with it, or you could use a Sharpie and mark what is it. And then it has different colored tops, so that's another way to distinguish what's in each bottle if you want. So I like to get these because I also make my sanitizers. So I use aloe vera gel, alcohol, and I use these essential oils to make my sanitizers at home. So instead of constantly buying, I could save a lot of money by making it at home. Right now, I need to pick up some more alcohol, some more aloe vera, but I have plenty of essential oils. And this I ordered from Amazon. It has lavender, tea tree, lemongrass, orange. I forgot what the other one is, and I can't see the other one. Peppermint and eucalyptus. So all those essential oils, I got this from Amazon last year. It's still good. I still have plenty left. I'm going to order some more. Probably get some different scents because some of them are really strong. Like tea tree is really strong, but that's what they had at the time. So that's what I got. So I do the measurements of aloe vera, the measurements of alcohol, and it has to be 90% or above alcohol, and the essential oils. And I make my sanitizers, and then I pour them in these bottles, and I give each of the family members 1 or 2, one for their backpack or purses, one for their cars. And so my husband has a backpack that he keeps on his forklift at work because he's a forklift driver, and then he keeps one in his glove compartment and stuff like that, and he has one here on his desk. And we all do that. We have me and my daughter, we have one in our purse, we have one in our cars, stuff like that. My son carries a backpack, so forth and so on. So that's what I do. I create my own sanitizers, and these are it right here. One is orange, one is peppermint. You see here, this is my labeler. I have 2 labeler machines, and I type in whatever I want. And so right here, I typed in hand sanitizer, and sometimes I will put the scent that's there so you can know. You can also smell it if you want. So this one, I used the Sharpie. For some reason, I think my labeler wasn't working, but I will put on there at least hand sanitizer, if not orange hand sanitizer, or peppermint hand sanitizer, what have you. So these are the last 3 that I have from, I made like 2 packs of these. worth. So they're either spread out, like I said, in purses, backpacks, and glove compartments. And these are the 3 left that are in the house. So if they run out, they'll ask me for another one. I'm like, hey, or they know where to get it. We have a specific drawer for all our COVID protection, whether it's gloves, masks, rapid tests, you name it, is all there. So yeah, so these are the 3 that I have left that I made. So that's for sanitizer. And then we also have rapid tests. We just received these in from the government, from the Biden administration. They came in this packet. It was so easy to order. I forgot the link. I'm going to try to remember to put in the description bar. If you don't know it by now, I know they announced it on The View and CNN, all the news. It's probably on the CDC website. But I also will really try hard because, the description, I always forget things, but I'm going to try really hard. It came in this package, and it's really easy to order. You just go to the website, and all you have to do is put your name and your address. Now, you can only use that address once. And they will know, because my daughter didn't know, and she wanted to order, or she ordered it not knowing that I had already ordered it, and it said you can use the address. And she goes, did you order them already? And I'm like, yes. She goes, no wonder they let me use it. It wasn't something that she did on purpose. So yeah, you can, but they don't ask you any personal questions. You don't need to put in any of your personal information. It's just your name, your address, and then they send it to you. I said it would take did it take 2 weeks? Don't quote me on that. But it came pretty fast. And what I liked is they emailed you. They were emailing or texting me. I can't remember. I think it was emailing, saying your package has been shipped. Your package has been delivered. It's in your town. It'll be there by 9 o'clock. It kept checking in and telling you exactly where it's at every step of the way. So they sent 2. It's 2 per family, but it's 2 tests in each box. So it's actually a total of 4 per family, but 2 are in each box. So this is the test that they sent. It's Health COVID-19 antigen rapid test. It has 2 self-tests at home. Results in 15 minutes. It's approved by the FDA. So let me show you that. So they sent 2 boxes, 2 tests in each one, which is a total of 4 per family. So when you order it, this is what you're going to get. These 2 boxes with 2 tests in it each. We haven't used them yet. We're saving them for emergency purposes. So I appreciate the government for sending that to all the people in the country. I really, really appreciate that. That means a lot. And then at our clinic that we have here in our town, and I don't know if other clinics around other states or other towns are doing it, but in our clinic that we go here for our doctor's appointments and everything, they have started giving rapid tests out. There are these right here. There are also 2 tests in the box. This is called Quick View at Home OTC COVID-19 test. This one, the results are in 10 minutes versus the one from the government are 15 minutes. So this one's in 10 minutes, comes in 2 tests in each box. I don't know if they were sent by the government to the clinics to give to us, but it's free. There's been a controversy with the clinic that I'm dealing with. One person said it was 1 per patient. One person said it was 1 per household. I almost felt like they were giving me a hard time because we've had lots of appointments back to back in the last 2 months. Normally it's once every 3 months or every 6 months, but we've had a lot of checkups and appointments back to back. And so every time you go, you're supposed to get one, or mainly 2. They've been getting everybody 2. And so, so every time somebody had an appointment, they picked up their 2, and 2 particular people wanted to give me a hard time. And I felt it's a whole nother story, but it was hurtful and it made me angry. And I'm like, these are to save people's life. People want to do the right thing and you're trying to question them, doubt them, give them a hard time. That is nothing that people that are professionals should make anybody feel, any patient feel. And so I did report it. I talked to my doctor, which he is the head doctor. He is the boss. He said, absolutely not. That is not true. It is not 1 per household. It is not even 1 per patient. You ask us, we're going to give you a couple or so. In the beginning, we thought we might run out, but no, it is free to you guys. We don't own them. We didn't pay for them. It is free to you guys. So you shouldn't have to be doubted. You shouldn't have to be questioned. You shouldn't have to feel bad for asking for them. And I was crying. When I get angry and hurt mixed, I cry and it makes me mad, but it happens. And I said, I don't mean to give anybody a hard time. This is what I was told, and I just asked for them whenever we had an appointment. I wasn't just some John Doe coming off the street, but I saw that. I was there for an hour in the lobby, and this lady and her son came up, didn't have an appointment because I was there for an hour. She asked for the rapid test. She gave her 2. She didn't question if it was per household. She didn't ask, are you a patient? She didn't ask nothing, but it was just a me thing. And I know because it happened to me 3rd time. By the 3rd time, I had had enough. I had spoke my piece. I reported it, and the doctor said, that is not true. It's not per patient, it's not per household. You asked for one, we give you at least a couple. And he says, and you should never be disrespected or made to feel this way. If it happens again, let me know. And I knew he was the head director, and he goes, because as you know, I'm the head director, I'm the boss of everybody. Let me know, I will take care of it. And he even gave me another one. And he said, and tell them that I said, if they give you a hard time, that I said to give it to you and stop it. So thank God I don't have an appointment. Hopefully nothing happens for months from now, so I don't have to go through that. So we got the ones that we could get. And so check your local clinics to see if they're offering the same type of program. So this helps. So my camera just said the storage is full. I totally forgot to empty my trash can. So for these, we end up having these between all of our appointments, which the doctor said that's what you're supposed to do every time you come. And even if you don't have an appointment, that is not true what they're telling you. But we wouldn't do that, of course. We want to save some for others. We just wanted to get what was offered to us when we actually had an appointment. We don't want to just walk in there with no appointment. We want to save those times for everybody else. So we had this many. We actually had like, how many was it? 3 or 4 more. When my daughter went, she got 2. My husband went, he got 2. He had another appointment. Then my son had an appointment. Then I had an appointment. Stuff like that. So you're supposed to get some whenever you go. You just ask for them. They're supposed to give them to you. So we did that. And he said you could walk in without an appointment, but I won't do that. I will save it for when we really have an appointment and we really are there for a reason, and then we feel like we deserve it. So yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 right now. There's 2 in each test. So that's 14 tests. Like I said, we had 3 or 4 more, but we had to use it for our son-in-law who unfortunately is not vaccinated. Him and his whole family refused to be vaccinated. They got deathly ill in January, and that was my fear because his family has never been here, but he has been here. He was the only one that I made an exception for, as long as he promised me he was wearing mask and really doing the right thing. I gave him a year to do his research, educate himself, talk to his primary care doctor, kind of wait and see how everybody else did with the vaccination. And it's been over a year and he still refuses, even though my daughter has asthma and she's always in the hospital. I don't understand that. He's a really good kid, very respectful. They've been together for years. They were friends for years. They love each other. They're getting married. So he was going to be in our family. So I thought I could make an exception. But his refusal to still get vaccinated, there's nothing I can do. I can't shoot him. I can't put him in jail. I can't force him. I can't do none of that. So it has to be on his conscience and his mindset. But what I can do is protect my family and my home. So my requirement now is that every time he comes in this house, he has to have a test done. His whole family got COVID, and his family refused to test to confirm, but he got tested and he confirmed he had COVID. So most likely they all had COVID. So just to keep that a protection and to be able to allow him to come in. And now he definitely wears a mask. He said he's always been wearing a mask, but he was around a family member that brought it and they all got it. So he has to test. So these have come in handy. So those other 3 or 4 that I had extra came in handy because there's a place here that does free rapid tests. Even though the PCR is the more accurate and better test to do, we have a facility here. It's called the Fairgrounds that we do here in our town. We're registered. It started last year, I believe, in the very beginning, as along with that same place doing our first vaccination, our second doses were over there at the fairgrounds. So in between all of that, they were also doing PCR testing, which has to be done for certain procedures. I had a procedure in the hospital here. It has to be a PCR test. I had a procedure done at UCSF. It had to be that kind of test. It can't be this test. It's certain requirements that they have. So we registered from the beginning. So every other month we try to go and have a PCR test done to make sure that we're good, even though we've never gotten COVID yet so far, knock on wood, and thank you, God. But just to make sure that we're good, we only got sick one time. All of us dropped like flies, and we thought we had COVID, even though we were vaccinated. We at least had our first dose, and we were wearing our masks from the time we left our house to the time we came in. We were going above and beyond, doing the right things, staying vigilant and stuff. But we all got sick. We didn't know if it was flu, but we just had gotten the flu shot. We didn't know if it was food poisoning, even though my food was fresh. And so we took a PCR test just to make sure. We all turned out negative, so that was great. So it either was between a flu that could have gone worse if we didn't have the flu vaccination, or some type of food poisoning. And the reason why I thought it was food poisoning, because my son didn't get sick, and he was the only one that didn't eat that food. He eats different because he's autistic. He has a specific way of eating. But then 2 days later, he did get sick. So I'm thinking it was a flu that could have went really, really bad, could have went south if we didn't have our flu vaccination. So yeah, so even then we turned out, but we try to check in every other month, and when we have certain procedures or it's required of us. So we keep in touch with the PCR testing, but these are good if we need, if there's an emergency situation, or like my son-in-law, I need him to be tested when he comes in because he still is not vaccinated. He refuses to be vaccinated. So I'm hoping that when he gets married, that he will have a change of mind and kind of make his own decisions. I think, you know, his mindset is being swayed by other people's misinformation. So hopefully when they get married and they have their own rules, their own home, that he will feel different and change his mind. But until then, I mean, it has to be something that has to be in his conscience and in his heart to do. But I have to protect my family, my home. So when you're coming in here, you have to be tested. So, and we're glad we have to have these on hand, because for my daughter's wedding, we have to be tested and prove. We don't get a pass just because we're parents, and I'm glad, because I would have done it anyway. So yeah, so we're gonna have a PCR test done. I probably have to have that done tomorrow because it takes like 3 days to get the results. Plus, we're going to do one of these. If we don't get the results back in time, we'll do one of these before the wedding to make sure we're good. All guests is required to do the same and required to wear masks. We bumped heads with a couple of people, so we'll just have to keep our distance and see where that goes. But it's only like 3 people. So, and they're the family of my son-in-law. They're his parents and his sister. Very sweet people. The couple of times that we met, and we just gathered together at the bridal shower, and I think that, you know, they had a whole different mindset about us, even though when they got COVID, my husband made a homemade chicken soup and sent it to them. My daughter had to put it on the porch and run away. We did that, and they sent us a beautiful thank you card with some brand new towels. And so we knew we were sweet people and we had like respect for each other. But as far as vaccinations and COVID pandemic, we have bumped heads because we don't agree. So, but this is a wedding that we have to be at. And so I made some exceptions. As long as me and my family are wearing masks, as long as we're vaccinated, as long as we're doing what we have to do to stay protected, I was able to make this one-time exception, which is the couple of things, moments before the wedding day, which was the bridal shower and the rehearsal dinner and the wedding. So yeah, so that's just because they're the parents and the sister of him, and he was already hurting. He didn't understand why, but so I did it for him, but we're still taking all the necessary precautions, even going above and beyond. So anyway, so I'm glad I had these on hand, because the free testing that we have in our town, which you can go every day, I think it's open from 9 to 5. You can go anytime. You get your results back in 10, 15 minutes. They even will provide you with a negative card if you're negative, so you can take to your job or your school, wherever, and prove that you took the test, that you were negative. If you're positive, they speak to you, and I don't know if they give you a card with a positive result on it. I don't know how they do, because we weren't ever, when we did that testing, we didn't come up positive. So, but my son-in-law did. So, yeah, so it's good. But by the time he gets off, they're closed. So we have to resort to this testing. And I want to save these as much as possible for serious emergencies within our family. But we have shared some with him because we understand that we're in wedding planning mode, and that, you know, we need to make sure he's negative before he comes in. Love him to death, and I think with time things will get better. But That's how you do if you're dealing with a situation like that. So I wanted to share with you the test that we got from the government. Thank you so much, Biden and your administration, for doing that. I think that is very helpful, very sweet. We appreciate it. We will take care of them, and we will use them in emergency situations. It's glad to have on hand. It's like an emergency medication on hand. I'm thankful to all the people, the government, for sending these N95 masks to the pharmacies, that they can give them to us. That's another situation. Thankful to my insurance for providing me with their N95 masks. I'm thankful to the ambulance company for having given me all those N95 masks. We really appreciate it. The more the merrier. I try to save them for very risky or important situations. Yeah, and use our face cloth masks when possible. I'm so happy that I know how to make sanitizers at home, and I have all the ingredients to do so. And I'm glad that I can, there's places that I know that I can find them. Like I said, if your hands are being dry from all the sanitizing, this is the way to go. The lotion, I also forgot to show you these bottles. My daughter finds these. I don't know where she gets these at. They're the spray kind. So instead of rubbing the gel on you, you just spray your hands. And it's with essential oils as well. It's called One. And it says with essential oils right there. And then it says 67% alcohol, it's 6 fluid ounces. So she gets a lot of these. She likes to spray instead of doing the hand gel. So these are good to keep in your car as well. They're too big, kind of like for your purse. Maybe might fit in the backpack type of thing, but I think these are good ones to have at home, and these are good ones to have in your car and your glove compartment or your glove box, whatever you have. So we also have these on hand. I have these on my desk because there's no space for these in the altar. I'm trying to find a drawer that's a little bit more spacey. The altar drawer is a drawer that you lift up, and it has certain compartments, but a lot of these things are not fitting, especially the more that we're getting. So I'm trying, once my daughter gets married, I'm gonna reorganize the dining room because we have all this wedding stuff in the dining room. I'm gonna try to organize the house because I'm gonna be in redecorating, repainting rooms and stuff. So that's one thing I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna get probably like a little table station to go right below the sign that says home is where we hang our mask and where we have the hanging mask, a little like cubby or a little shelf there that I can put everything, all of the mask, disposable ones, N95 ones, all the spray bottles, all of the sanitizer gels, big ones, small ones, you name it, all of the rapid tests that we have, because as you see, these boxes are really, really big. These are small and can fit probably anywhere, but I want them to be in one specific spot and not some things here, some things there. Most of it is in that drawer in the altar, but I have some on the counter in the kitchen and some on my desk that couldn't fit. So I want them to all be in one spot. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to share with you, I know it's a long video, but I just wanted to share with you what we have, you know, in the house and what we carry with us in our cars and our purses and stuff to keep safe and protected during this pandemic. So hopefully that works for you. I do have a video that I did months ago on how to do the sanitizers with the aloe vera, the alcohol, and the essential oils. Check that back. I might do an updated one. We'll see, but you know, check out the videos. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the notification bell to get heads up on every time I upload a video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this video was helpful and informative. Until my next video, take care.